Hi, FlossTube. This is Barb with Lost and Floss. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Wisconsin. It's kind of our fake spring, I believe. We've been in the 30s and 40s and reaching near 50. Our snow is almost gone. It's just a crazy winter. But we'll take it because we have one extra day this month with leap year. So you can't complain about this winter at all. But today is February 6th and 2024. And I'm really excited to be here today because I have so many things I've been working on. We spent 2 weeks up at our cabin and it was like heaven. I got so much stitching done that when I came home, I really needed to call in the finishing fairy because I just had so many things that were ready to be turned into useful objects. So I can't wait to show you all those things and what I've been stitching on, what I bought. This is Finish It February for me, and so no new starts. I'm going to take exception with starting the Smith sampler by Scarlet House on Leap Day, so on February 29th. So, because I look at it like, well, other years it wouldn't even exist, so it's not really February. It's kind of February. So, yeah, and I figure if I get to that point in the month, then all is good, right? So, I had alluded to this in a previous video. So this is video number 103, I believe. And last video I showed all my whips and some of what I'd like to get stitched this year. But, you know, I found all sorts of things I was missing after I did that last time. So, yeah, the year will evolve. I'm not a set in stone type of person. I love to call audibles all the time. And, you know, it's a hobby, as I always say. It's not, well, everybody always says it. It's not your job. So why beat yourself up if you don't reach your goal? I think we all create so many beautiful things and, you know, it should be fun, right? So anyways, I did do some shopping in the middle of the night once when I could not sleep. I saw that number 12 Stitching Company from Australia had some new fabrics in their shop. And their stuff always comes packaged so beautifully. It's like so exciting to open it up. And I had gotten some of this like vintagey looking lace trim. Can't wait to use that because it just looks like the sort of thing that I would have had in my box of stash. They always include some extra things. These are like things that you can put on the back of your finish pieces. And so that's always handy. This is the piece of the color that drew me in. And as they say, life is short, buy the fabric. It's Ice Rose, 40 count. And it's just the prettiest pink. So I've decided I have quite a few, sorry people. Oh, if you'd see this tripod, it's probably going to fall over. Here, I think it's the broken leg. What's that? Is that better? Wonder if the Finishing Fairy could help with tripod repair. So if I just kind of lean like this, I don't have my halo today. It's kind of sad. Does that mean I've been bad? Okay, so as I was saying, number 12 Stitch Company. Then I got a piece of this woodland pine, also in 40 count. And in hindsight, I really needed this color in 32 count. But I'm hoping I can pick that up somewhere else. Well, something similar. Because it's just I just need a little chunk of it. And then this one is weathered. This is really a pretty color. And this I bought a bigger piece of. It, like when you look at it, it almost has a browny lilac look to it. I don't know. It's pretty. So anyways, I couldn't pass that by. And then, let's see. I went to the quilt shop up north, and I didn't do too much damage, just a little bit. But just bought a color of Valdani that I can use for wool applique. I didn't have anything in that color. And then I always try to pick up like tiny buttons there if I see them, because I've already been looking for them for too much. And then these were some cute little heart buttons, different little ones, and this is from, if you're ever in northwestern Wisconsin, River's Edge Antiques and Quilt Loft. And I don't really ever look at the antiques, but the quilt pieces are beautiful. So I just got some cream flannel and this houndstooth check. So I thought those would be cute for backgrounds for wool appliques for summer. And then I couldn't resist getting this little charm pack of American Gatherings 2. It's Primitive Gatherings, but all patriotic fabrics. They had, oh my gosh, like a beautiful, two beautiful, like big quilty items done that I kept looking at them thinking, ooh, oh, look at this again, guys. Oh, it's going to be because of this leg. So the leg is totally loose on my tripod. I'll try putting a box there so I can keep it from scooting down again. I know this is going to end up going on the floor at some point. I just have a feeling, at least. Maybe not. So anyways, that's it for new stuff. And I've got a number of FFOs and other things that I've been working on. So I tried to finish up, and I did a good job. This White Christmas, the colors of Christmas. I had previously done the snowflake and the skates. I wanted to do the snowman, but then when I was done with the snowman, I'm like, why wouldn't I want to stitch that St. Lucia reindeer with the bunny on its back? Now, I know last time I commented on the bunny being on the skateboard, but for some reason, I like the bunny on the reindeer's back. So anyways, I got, I should just finish these. Well, this one is done. I got the snowman done, and I ended up using, adding a little fringe to him. And then holy cow, I'm almost really done with the reindeer. I am going to finish this. I thought I was just going to put it away, but I'm going to finish this, even if I don't fully finish them. But I might even do that. Who knows? I'm turning into a new person. I'm really kind of proud of myself. So when it's going to revert? I'm not really sure. Okay, so then, oh, and I'll show you this. I had bought this frame at Goodwill for like $2. And it screams Valentine's Day, doesn't it? And I thought I would do a cross-stitch piece for in there. You know, something simple, because it's like got a lot going on here. Well, when I open the frame in the back, the glass doesn't come out. So I don't really want to put stitchery right up against the glass. And I thought, why not do like, what I'm going to do is just like do some letters that say love. And I try to trace the space so that it'll fit in there. And maybe do a couple little hearts. I'm not sure. But something really simple. And I'm really thinking, let's see, today is the, what did I say? The 6th, 5th, 6th? Today is the 6th. So we have 8 days till Valentine's Day. So over a week. And I think I'm going to get this done this year. It'll be nice. It'll be great. So let's see. I'm going to grab one of these boards so that I can hold this up. But talked about Lasting Friendship by Blackbird Design. And a number of us, I think it was 7 in our stitch group, all stitched on each other's. And most of the people have theirs framed already. But I do not. But I'm getting there with getting the stitching done. I can get this placed on this board. You'll be able to see it in a second. So, I think I'm done pretty much with the stitching, with the exception of the cartouches. I always think it should be cartouche in the middle. And a number of people have already done them, so I think I can kind of work off theirs as far as placement. And I think mine are the problem initials, B-dub, BW, both big, wide letters. I guess that's why I'm not a skinny person. Yeah, like kind of, I'm not short, I'm average, I'm 5'4". But that's kind of like a B and a W. They're just, you know, a little bit wider than they should be for their height. So anyways, I'm really getting off tangent here, but yeah, this is one that I am going to get done. Maybe not by my next video, but pretty darn close, because I'm in a mood. Finish it February. I'm in a mood to finish it up, and there's a lot of pretty floss in here that, like, I was looking for pinks for something else. I think I'm gonna have to go in here and steal them. I've got a horse who has some issues. I couldn't find the floss color in my pack. I must have used it up, so I just got that from upstairs. I think he needs some ears yet. The groundhog needs some back stitching for his flag, as there's like the cherry stems. And then I just have this top corner one, which I think, so there was, people said either the heart with the birds, change the bird color, or else love. Right now I'm leaning towards love, but since there's no pink anywhere else, I'm thinking maybe I would do like more of a reddish pink. I don't know. So I think I'm doing love, but you just never know. It might be that other heart that you see next time. But yeah, it's coming along. So I need this, I'm committing to have done before the 29th. When I get these 2 done, I will have 8 done. And like I was looking at, I have a November chart. I was looking at September and October. Like the charts don't call to me nearly as much as the ones earlier in the year. And oh, this is May. I must have March done. So this one is cute. And it's nice because I don't have to change a thing. And really, I've got a little bit more grass. I've got that special little top section to finish up. And then the bottom. So not a horrible amount of work. So this will be up on my piece by May. No doubt about it. Unless something really bad happens and I'm just not able to finish it on time. But, you know, I don't anticipate that happening. Then this one, I just couldn't stop stitching on. And it's Beth's Twist Heartstring Samplery Snow Zone. And it's both a punch needle and a cross stitch. So I'm pretty well, this is a lot of stitching because it's technically full coverage. But I'm not sure that I'm going to put as much sky over the top as what she has. I could just not put the clouds in. And I changed up the colors a little bit because I didn't have them all of the called for. But see how much sky is over the top? I don't know. Do I need it? It's clouds, but I could probably just do a couple more rows of the grayish blue color and just call it a day. Thinking about that. If I did, then I would keep working on this and just get it done. So I have been enjoying that. It was one that I started on a very wintry day when we were in the midst of a major snowstorm. And so that was kind of the day I started a couple snowy things. So Colonial Blooms by the Scarlet House. This is the one been killing me. I'm stitching it on 32 count. Picture this plus dusk, 2/2. And I pull it out and I'm like, I would never be able to stitch a whole big sampler on dark. It is just not for me. But I just worked on it a little bit and I got some of this in down here. Do you know what pattern this is? Maybe not. I should have gone with the light version, but the dark just called to me so much. So I have quite a bit of stitching left to do yet, but getting there. It's one that I really hope to get done this year. I just, once again, there's a lot of nice flosses tied up in the project bag. My fancy project bag. Let's see. Okay. This was a new start I had back in January. I had gotten, there's a PDF that I printed out. Let me see if I have the picture. Roveris. It's the, what are they called? Christmas strawberries. I guess they're supposed to be ornaments. I didn't think of it that way. But someone at the Farm Girl Dry Goods Cross Stitch Retreat had done these as their exchange gift, and I had them briefly in my hand. I knew I wouldn't go home with them because I was towards the beginning and I knew there'd be too many people who would want them. So as soon as I got home, I looked for the chart and purchased it. So I just started a tiny little bit on one. Let's see, which one is it? I think it was the pink one. Yeah. And I'm stitching 2/2. I think I'll use mostly the called for colors, but this is 32 count copper vintage by Lakeside Linens, I think. But I love how the white shows up on that. So these really are not like a ton of stitching, but I probably will put those away now because now I'm getting psyched about starting Patriotic. All right. Well, last time I showed this bunny, Spring Fling, Brenda Gervais, with thy needle and thread. And I just wasn't sure if I was going to finish mine. Well, since then, I have come to the conclusion that I should finish them. And what does it matter if I'm off? It's just for me. Will let other people notice? Maybe, but who cares? But I think what I'm going to do, I think another thing is, I don't want a flat top bunny. So I think I'm going to arch this here. And there's a leaf that's supposed to come down, but I can always make that go up. And I think maybe perhaps I'll like him better then. Maybe I'll even make his eyes bigger. Who knows? But I think I am going to try to work on him again once I get February Prairie Schooler done. Okay, and this is my last Valentine start for the year that I haven't finished. It's 28 Stitch on Lakeside, 28 count vintage exemplar. I don't know. I'm going to have to insert here a picture of the chart. I don't even remember. Who it's by, but I got the PDF and it's just this little cute bird with a Valentine note, and then there's flowers and quick, like an urn vasey type thing underneath. But I think it'll be really quick to stitch. I had started this right before February, and so I just started it then, and just so that I could keep working on it. And I really think I will have this done before Valentine's Day. I had quite a few finishes, but this one I didn't have time to make it into anything else. This is from Better Homes and Gardens, America's Best Cross Stitch Book. And I knew I had to stitch this when I saw it. But mine looks totally different because this one, they stitched all the background, like all the pink. And it's like, I'm not going to stitch all that pink. So I ended up doing the reverse. I stitched it on 36 count sanguine, and I used Belsois Royal Icing, I believe it is. And it's just so pretty and dainty. I think I will do it with a ribbon so I can hang it on a doorknob or something. I was struggling with backing color. This is about the closest I could get. And I don't know. It's on the back, so most people would say, oh, that's fine. But I would rather find like a creamy color or the exact same pink color than use this. And so I thought, well, if I went out shopping today, I would have, less time to talk about my finishes. So on that snowy day, I also started these wool applique pieces by All Through the Night, Bonnie Sullivan. And basically what these are, they're printed panels that you add the embellishment and the stitching on. And so, for instance, on this guy, the handle was printed on, but you stitch over it, as was this stuff. The snowflake is just printed. These snowflakes and the stripes are just printed. Obviously, there's a piece of wool here, buttons for the eyes, French knots. So it's kind of fun. Like the candy sticks are just printed on. So it's kind of like doing wool applique, but much quicker. And I just put pom-pom trim around because they're wintry. And I use this black, it's not really flannel, but it always looks flannel-y to me. But it picks up like the blacks and the red and the green without looking too Christmassy. Let's see. And then we have this guy. I added a little fringe to his scarf because why not? He's just really cute. And next up is the skate guy. And these two guys really look pretty similar. I don't know which is my favorite, but top hat snowman. And then this is the mitten guy. And it's so beautiful out here. Like, I think maybe after this video, I'm going to put away my winter stuff. Oh, that's going to curse us, but... And then the last one is the Let It Snow guy. You were supposed to use tiny beads, but I didn't have any with me. And so I had bought these little tiny buttons, and I think they look cute too. There's more of them down here to simulate snow being stacking up on the ground. So I highly recommend doing this if you like that kind of stuff. They were really fun. And the finishing part took me longer than I anticipated. I think I was thinking that was gonna go really, really quick, but I always like to try to really stuff my corners well and get them flat and so they're not too protruding. And I knew I'm going to have these in a basket with some snowflakes. So I didn't really need them to be weighted down or anything. I thought, using fiber fill is just fine. Plus, I have that big box that you all know about. And, yeah. Oh, I forgot to put something on the back of this, but I'll show you anyways, because it's pretty close to being done. I believe this was Sub Rosa. I bought the PDF, and I changed the color slightly because I didn't have all the called for. But This was one, you know, you're on Instagram looking through other people's things, and then it's like, I see something and I just get fixated. So I can't remember anymore who had their version of this. And it was, you know, a little while ago because it was before February 1st, but I knew I had to have it. And then I slid it on the back. So I'm going to do some sort of heart or something to cover that. But I like that fabric with it because it's kind of the khaki and the red, and it looks good. Now, this is one that I blame Vanna for because she had finished this for her client and indicated it was an old DMC freebie, and I'm like, I have to have that. And you know, like I went on Pinterest and finally found it. I stitched this on 36 count, and I used what did I use? I stitched it on dirty, and I used a combination of, I used Weeks collards for the greenery, molasses, green DMC, and oh no, I'm telling you the colors for this one. Yeah. This one, like, scratch all that. In case you want to know the colors for that. This one, I used a combination of cherry cobbler, Classic Colorworks cherry cobbler, and licorice red. And I had some in my little floss bags that were kind of mixed together, and I think they were the wrong ones, so I just tried to like bring light and dark together. And then Vanna had this ruche trim on hers, and I didn't have any seam tape in that color, but I had bought this, like, it was like this ball of silk, ripped silk stuff from Country Sampler. And I'm like, that color would be perfect. And so, like, some parts of it got to be this wide. So when I was, like, hand stitching it to gather it, I would just kind of fold that over. So when I caught it, like, the edges would be more uniform. And then I did give it a little haircut afterwards. But it's not as perfect as Vanna's. But I love it. And this was some fabric Lisa, my friend, had given me to use on some of her stuff, and there was just the right size piece left over. So I'm like, that's perfect on the back. So just really, really, really love it. Like, there's a couple hearts. I don't know why I get so into this, like, Valentine stitching. I don't know why. But I do. And there's just like, I'll see a chart and then it's like, I have to have it. But anyways, oh, pardon me. Behind me, you can see like a lot of Valentine-y stuff. But I realized I need, and I think I showed a few of them last video, but I need some like 8x10s or bigger stitched Valentine pieces to give a little weight to this area. So I don't really have anything that, I don't really have anything that's really the right height for the lower shelf. So I'll work on it. I'm gonna yawn again. I'm making myself tired talking about this stuff. So I do have one more finish, but it's hanging on the wall. So I'll get up and take you to see that in just a minute. we're getting to the point where it's chit chat. So I hope you agree that the Finishing Fairy did a good job with getting a lot done this month. And I'm thrilled, like, when I can cross a number of things off, especially like all the pillows, all the wool applique pillows. It's like, it's a set of 6. I'm stifling another one. It's a set of 6. So, you know, to get that whole package done, it just feels good. So, and now I want to finish up February, and I want to finish up those 2 little winter white Christmas pillows. And I probably will just finish them. Why wait for later? This was a lot of finishing because I had a number of objects. Then it was just like, okay, just get started. And I did get started, and it was okay. So anyways, what's going on? It's, we're getting close to having our rescheduled Christmas party for our stitch group. That's going to be happening in a couple days. So I have my gift item sitting on the table, and I will wait till I give it to the person before I show it. But it wasn't what I was originally going to stitch for them, but then when I got so sick after Christmas, I'm like, I gotta take something that's in progress that I would think they would like and just get that done. And so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I can't wait to show it to you next video. So we're having that. What else? Oh, so my siblings and we went a couple times when my parents were alive. Went to this Czech, because we're Czech ancestry. They have, the Czech group in Milwaukee has like a dinner they put on, I don't know, to raise funds for their group. But anyways, my sister signed up to be notified if they needed help, like with the baking for the lunch. And so 3 sisters of the 5 decided we were going to go and help. So we're going to do that on Friday. So that'll be kind of fun, because I'm just like curious. They said like some of their members got older and had to drop out, so they couldn't do that. But like maybe there's some great ethnic recipes they're going to share, and we'll be privy to them. So we're going to do that on Friday, and it'll be nice to spend some time with my sisters. I don't get to see them that much. And then on Sunday, like, I guess it's the same 3 of us plus our husbands are going to go to the lunch. And then it's Super Bowl, which really, you know, we don't have any investment in either team, but you know, it's still fun to watch, and the commercials and that sort of thing. What else? We're trying to get our. We've always wanted to get our global entry, and when we were looking at the cost of TSA versus global entry, we're like, well, we might as well pay the extra $25 and get the global entry, not realizing how horrendous it is to try to find an appointment time. So we've just been like possessed, like trying to find open appointments right now. And I can see why people end up paying to, you know, have this business that kind of scrapes the web for these appointments, and then they text the people as soon as they find them open. Since we don't really have a trip plan that we would need it for, we're just gonna, you know, try for a while and see if we can get in. I mean, I have friends and my sister that got appointments. It's just you have to be diligent, I guess, and just hit the thing at the right time. So we've been like trying a couple times a day, but actually we just started a couple days ago. So it's not like I'm all like in a tizzy over not being able to get an interview appointment. So we've got that going. What else? Like, I don't know, just, trying to move through some cleanup stuff here. Always trying to clean the sewing room. That hasn't happened, but I really want to get an island for in there so that I can do my finishing upstairs and not be lugging things down to the dining room table. And I just feel like it would be better to get some of that, organized up there. So gonna do that. Last weekend we watched our grandkids. Our son-in-law had a work event out of town, and so he and our daughter went to that, and we spent time with the 4 grandkids, which we were just laughing because it's like all of a sudden it just got so easy because they're 4, 6, 8, and 10. And it's like, and the 2 little ones used to fight, and lately they're each other's best friends. And everyone's like looking at them like waiting for, it all to blow up and go back to like what it had been. But so far they did really, really well. And so we just had, basketball they had to go to. And then the older one has Lego League, but the neighbor man came and got him for that. And my sister was out of town, so she had tickets to the Rep Theater that she wasn't going to use. And so our granddaughter had been sick when we took the kids for the Christmas play. So the play was Little Women. So I took the tickets and the 2 of us went, which was fun. And, just to go downtown and see the play. The actors did a really good job. And, like I kind of had forgotten the story. So you look at it differently, as, stepping back from it. I mean, I knew there were 4 sisters, but, the things that really transpired were kind of interesting. And then, of course, I always have to go home and read about the author and her life and how it impacted the story and what was true and what wasn't true and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this isn't like critiquing of theater. So, yeah, but that was fun. And then, I don't know. Oh, I tried, because usually if they come here, they like to have Culvers, and I'm like, I'll just cook something. So the first night I tried somebody's meatballs from Instagram, and they were really good. I made them with a combination of ground turkey or chicken and Italian sausage, and the kids really, really liked them. And just served with pasta, marinara sauce, and veggies. Simple dinner. So the next night, my husband wanted these. It's really an easy recipe, but it's basically rice-a-roni that you add onion and celery to and cook that, and then roll it in a piece of ham, and then put whole cranberries with some brown sugar and lemon juice over the top. And like we as adults love them, and my husband really thought that the kids would like them, so he's like, make those. So I make a double batch. Well, usually you get 1 of the 4, 2 of the 4 that kind of like them, but even the one who you can always count on to eat just about anything, I think he had 2 of them. one had one, two of them had one, and one wouldn't eat it at all. So, I mean, he had a bite. But it's like, So, and I really was on the fence whether they liked them, and my husband kept saying, oh, you know, what's not to like? They'll like them. And, well, he was wrong. But that meant we had plenty to bring home. And so just been using that for dinner. But we've been making an effort to like clean out things from our freezer, because it's like I had all these different, you know, like soups. I had like maybe 3 or 4 different kinds of soups, and I don't know, there was some pork in there and just like mishmash of stuff. And it's like, you know, I hate for it to go to waste. So I've really been trying to make an effort to, like, on a regular basis, look at what's in the freezer first before I go shopping. And yeah, so all right, well, I hope to get more stitching done. And now I'm going to take you over for the grand finale to my this piece. And sorry, but this is what I put my Prairie Schoolers on, so you can see that. And oops, this fence keeps falling down, but usually there's a fence with that sort of thing. But yeah, so that's why I want to get January done. But back to this one. So this nail is by the front door, and I bought this little, it's like a little tin with hearts on it. And right away I thought of that. It was a winter finish I did in like a mailbox tin, I think it was. And I had like several little smalls that I put on picks and then interspersed with other things. And so I thought, I could maybe do that with the, you know, some little Valentines smalls. So I just picked out a couple, and originally I planned to have like 5. Well, I got 3 done. And so I'm like, well, I think that's going to be enough to start with. And then this time I sandwiched the picks, which were like shish kebab skewers, in between the matting for the front and the back. And I put the pointed side in so it wouldn't be quite so bulky. And then I had these little ceramic hearts that I bought in the beaded section at one of the stores, maybe, I don't know if it was Joann's maybe. And I was looking at them thinking, oh, they'd really be a good color with the color that I use for stitching these pieces. And so I cut them off the string, and because they have holes in them, I could take the same little thin skewers and I put some glue on it and then shove the point up into, you can see, up into the hole in the bead, and they just became cute little picks. And then to hide the sticks, I had this Valentine ribbon, and so I just kind of wound it through. And, you know, I might find something different eventually, but made kind of a little bow for the side and called it done. So I think it's, you know, it's fun to do something different and use your creativity and get something different. I wonder if it's better if I turn the light off. Perhaps it is. But yeah, I'm thrilled to have this done, and the fact that I only have 3, I don't think I need it anymore. So, hoping you enjoyed the video, and if you're new to the channel, Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, because you never know when I'll be back. I hope to get those other Valentine items done and show them to you in the next couple weeks. But because I'm so sporadic, it probably works best just to do that. So I know I have a number of new people watching the channel, so this will be a reverse welcome. And thank you all who have been plodding along with me from the beginning or close to it. I appreciate all your likes and comments, and I hope you enjoy what I stitch, and that I inspire you as many of you inspire me. So have a good day, and how appropriate to say, continue to fill the world with love. Happy Valentine's Day!